early this year you mentioned this team's ability to play you guys with speed and how that kind of challenged you in some of the early quarters. How does when a team plays you fast, when they kind of up the tempo of a game, how does that force you guys to react?
It makes us have to run faster. That makes us have to rebound more to slow the game down and then just execute better.
And obviously, going back to the East Finals, like the way Indiana played you, you guys were able to adapt to that well. What has allowed you guys, when other teams speeded up to, succeed in that environment?
Yeah, I mean, I think just, again, rebounding at both ends, offensive rebound, slow it down, limiting them to one shot slows it down, switching your individual defense slows it down. So I think just continuing to hammer those things that kind of can dictate the pace of the game. But at the same time, we don't want to necessarily slow, bring it to a halt. We want to play with pace as well. And so it's just having the balance of all the things that go into winning the transitions, rebounding, not turning it over, forcing turnovers. Kind of those things can control the pace of the game. You look at the Memphis game, people see the 41 points in transition, but every turnover we had was live ball. Like, you can't guard those. And so all those things that go into the transitions of the game, you have to win those.
You guys are near the top in isolation frequency and at the top in points per possession on it. What have you liked about the process? Obviously you have good isolation scores, but beyond that, what have you liked about it?
As long as we have the right matchup, as long as we have the right spacing, as long as we make the play, I don't know if the stat gets passing out of isolation. At the end of the day, it's about making the right play. With the talent that we have the right matchup, we have the right spacing. It's either you make a play for yourself or you make a play for the people around you. And so that's just the most important thing is can we fight for the right spacing? Can we get the right matchup? Can we make the right play? Whatever that may be, whatever the defense is calling for at that time.
Do you have a sense ever the success in it? How much is when you do find a cross match as opposed to just going to JT in a half court?
What do you mean?
You guys hunt cross matches
Yeah.
that can be isolation,
Mm-hmm.
but the variation between that. Do you have a sense on?
Yeah, I mean, most of what we try to do is to make the game easier for our guys with the proper matchup and the proper spacing. So that's kind of when you get into a half court set, that's what you're looking to do is find those advantages, whether it's space, whether it's playing fast, or whether it's getting the right matchup that you want. And again, the right matchup doesn't necessarily breed in isolation. You could be looking for the right matchup because they're going to double. They're going to send two at the ball. They're going to help. You look at certain teams. It's also about distorting the spacing to get people away from the rim so that you can get your offensive rebounds or your layups. And so much goes into, getting that. It's just a matter of, what each team, gives us their solution for.
The joy that Kristaps plays with, what does that do for the rest of the group or really everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I think he takes the pressure off the guys from the standpoint of he doesn't get too high or too low. He's just kind of there. And I think the way that, especially at home games and probably here today, the way the crowd treats him kind of brings a different level of joy and excitement to the game, and he does a great job balancing it. I mean, he takes his craft very seriously, but at the same time, he doesn't take it serious, and I think that's important to have that. And it's a gift that he has that has helped me and has helped the team.
Did that surprise you early on when he got here? Did that show right away, the level of joy he was playing with, how happy he was to be here? Did that kind of develop as the year went on?
No, I mean, it's just kind of who he is, getting to know him. He takes his craft very serious, but he also knows how to keep it loose. And he's been around the league a long time. I think people, he's been in a lot of situations. The time in New York prepared him for the time here. Had his time in Dallas. He had his time here in Washington. And so he's kind of seen a ton of the league, and he's seen a lot of the ups and downs. And so he just has a real good perspective on how to handle all that.
Sam, coming off of the groin injury, or adductor, more specifically, will he have any sort of restrictions, and what has he been able to do?
I mean, he's been able to practice the other day, work out. He should be ready to go today.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.